No.
What is that?
That's just Stadia.
But you're on the phone.
I know, I'm trying to do something.
Well, I am under the impression they were just going to be playing games.
And I'm going to in 2 seconds. Why?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You requested more recipes, so today we are going to be making a protein bagel. This is a fun recipe. It takes a long time because the dough has to rise, but it's a pretty fun recipe once the dough is risen, like say with kids and stuff like that. All you're going to need for this recipe is all-purpose flour, vital wheat gluten,
Welcome everybody, I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the third quarter with over 2 minutes running by 4. You've got the ball on your own 40, third and long. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
salt,
Again, Jackson. Just inside the 10. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Water.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. This challenge begins in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go. We're all tied at 10. You have possession on your own 45-yard line as we get set here on second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it up, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
36-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Open man, that's Ozzie Newsome. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
10 yards to...
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the coach. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with only a minute remaining. You're down 7. You have possession on your own 30-yard line, and it's 3rd and 8. And it's toss complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Safe.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball all the way down to your opponent's 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
We will begin this challenge in the second quarter with less than 3 minutes remaining. You're down 7. You've got possession at midfield, and it's 1st and 10. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on 1st down and 10. He's going to fire one deep over, and it's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 50. He's got his man. It's taken on for a Viking touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater. First-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
47 yards.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. They'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The 30-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Jackson.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
At the 23-yard line.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
And Jackson throwing once more. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here we go with Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Here's Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they drive 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. McCaffrey on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Now
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Down, Carolina.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Davis. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to...
He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Golden Tate, 76 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Christian McCaffrey on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That is hit. Bridgewater loses the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Randy Moss with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
McCaffrey on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
On third down, Davis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On to punt for the Panthers.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. Avoids him at the 40. That's it for... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Score Vikings 21.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. On third down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Tomlinson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
At the 45-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float it. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Randy Moss. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Sean Randall in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche that's coming right on top of it. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And now running right through it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
12-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he will score. Touchdown. Touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Boswell.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. McCaffrey on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes this all and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. LaMarcus Joyner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's what
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. McCaffrey on the return.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And the Panthers coming out now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the...
That was him. Bridgewater loses the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's role after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Free on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait.
As he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, This is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
First and 10. At their own.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. But now it's third down.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
Now Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Jackson, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Bridgewater again. They will find Davis. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.